Hey YouTube, what's going on? I wanted to come in here because this is a very powerful and potent time right now as we're in the eclipse and in this eclipse energy through the rest of this month, starting today. Here's what you need to know, and we're going to cover 6 simple steps that you can take to actually reinvent yourself, use this energy, and shift your reality very, very quickly. So if you're sitting there and you're like, the new year is right here, we've got less than 4 months, and you haven't really made headway and you're noticing that things are showing up for you, then I actually wanted to do this video to tie in what's going on with the eclipse and how this can support you in this reinvention energy. Now, if you really want my support with this, I had to tell you about my upcoming workshop that's happening September 21st. This is a live 3-hour workshop where I'm going to take you through the exact steps that you need and an exact process to shift your identity so you can stop playing small, be visible, show up, and have it all. And if you want to do that with me, I'm going to put the link below. We would love to have you. It's almost sold out, so definitely click on that, sign up, and let's get on to today's video. So step 1, first and foremost, more than anything, a few things that you want to know about this eclipse. The eclipse is not a time to manifest. The eclipse is a time to really look at what's been ever revolving in our life. I always say there's 2 things that are happening in life. It's either we're evolving, or there's a revolving door of things that are happening for us over and over again on repeat year after year that never seem to change. Well, these are actually the things that we want to look at, and this is the invitation for you to change them and upgrade quite quickly and get you from where you are to where you want to be. Next, what's really important to know is that this is also a beautiful time for you to cleanse and clear your energy, your space, your closet, everything that's going on for you. So when we're talking about reinvention and we're also talking about this eclipse energy, this is the time for you to really walk into your closet and go, does that feel like me? Are those clothes in there like what I would want to wear? I'm now this version of me that has the body, that has the wealth, that has the health. Is what I'm wearing, are the things hanging there, are they reflective of the version of me that I want to be? Am I holding on to things that have sentimental value or from past love relationships and I'm looking for love? Like, what here is not aligned energetically with the version of me that I want to be, but instead what here is tethering me to the old me, to this past version of me, to this version of me that isn't supporting me and isn't really helping me be who I want to be, right? We all have things like that in our closet, whether it's stuff with like holes and tattered or things from a different time in our life where we don't even wear them, but they remind us, and there's nostalgia, which is nice, but not if it's actually blocking you from moving forward. We also have things that we just either were gifted to us or we spent a lot of money, but we've never worn them. And instead of giving them to somebody who would really appreciate them or wear them, we hold on to them because we have guilt around the money that we spent. That is bad energy. It's time to clean it up. We want to let it go, right? There's always somebody else in need or somebody else that can benefit. You can sell it, you can give it away, you can give it to a friend, you can give it to family. Remember, the universe abhors a vacuum. So where we create space, it will bring you something that you love instead. Something that I always teach in all of my courses and in Limitless Academy is we do a 3-step process. It's either a hell no or it's a hell yes, but there isn't maybe. Nobody says, right, like, oh, I'm not sure, right? Like, I'm not sure has the word no in it, right? So it's a hell yes. I would walk out of my house wearing this today. I love it so much. I would buy this again. I love it so much, right? Like, I actually feel fabulous in this. Or a hell no is, oh, hell no. And hell no is, it's got pills, it's got stains, it's got holes. It's an old energy and it's something that you haven't even worn in the past year. We want to get rid of it, give it away. Remember, the universe abhors a vacuum. Always ask yourself, would I want this or would I want the updated version? If you want the updated version, you want something better, then we want to get rid of it to allow for something better to come in. Remember, we really want to remove any lack and scarcity. Lack and scarcity is an energy where it's like, oh, if I get rid of that, will I ever find something like that again? Or if I get rid of that, there's fear in getting rid of it because you're actually, what you're saying to the universe is, I don't have the money, and I don't actually think that other pair of jeans will come back to me or what have you, right? So we really want to look at what is the energy behind everything. With this eclipse and with reinvention, what we're really looking at is what is actually showing up in my frame that is not aligned with the version of me that I choose to be. What is in my house? Am I unorganized? Is there dirt everywhere? Is it not clean? Do I have like dead flowers? Am I not taking care of plants? Is laundry piled up? Are things just really like overflowing in my drawers? These are all things that we want to cleanse and clear that energy. Along with cleansing and clearing energy, it's not just your home space, it's not just your closet, but it's also your physical being. This is a great time to take baths, to do salt scrubs, to get in the shower, to really see that it is washing away all old remnants and old energies and things that are no longer serving you. Another great thing to do is really look at your car. Does your car need to get cleaned? We really want to take this opportunity to wash our sheets, to clean our house, to cleanse and clear things around us and allow in that new energy, right? Open up the doors, get some fresh energy in, open up your space. Sage, I always love, Palo Santo, lighting candles. The more that you can cleanse and clear, the better. And that's going to be supporting and giving you that reinvention vibe. When we're looking at reinventing yourself, also too, our clothes are such a big thing because fashion is a form of self-expression, and our self-expression aligns to who we are being now, not who we've been. So again, you do want to look at your clothes and really look and ask if you're looking to be a businesswoman, if you're a female entrepreneur, just ask yourself, would the CEO in me wear that? Would I be wearing that right now? Or is that the version of me that's not really operating at my highest level? Who is that? What is that version of me? And you want to just look. And if that means that, your closet's going to be a bit scarce for a bit, that's okay. Just you're in full faith that new things are going to come your way. And it's the same thing in your home. Same exact thing. If we want to update throw pillows, fall is here. There's a new energy that's happening. Again, with eclipses, just like with reinventing yourself, this is a beautiful mirror because eclipses are portals, which means you can quantum leap. You get to take a portal and close out things that are no longer serving you. And this also goes with contracts, conversations, relationships, friendships, forgiveness, saying I'm sorry, any of those things. We want to close the energetic gaps on things that are open. So just like a computer, when you have tabs open, we want to close those out and really look, where do I need to say I'm sorry? Where is it time for me to forgive? Where is it time for me to just let go and choose anew? Where is the time for me to say, hey, I need to have better boundaries and I'm really calling in newer friendships for me or people that support me, right? We want to look at that and see that in friends and family, and all of those things are going to highly support you with what's going on around you. So I just want to say that when you're reinventing yourself, when you're really stepping into that new space, and I'm looking at these 6 simple steps, it's really important for you to also pair this with the energies that be. As women, we are so connected to the moon and to energy. And as a spiritual nutritionist and spiritual transformation coach, I am an intuitive. One of the biggest things that I will tell you is whether or not you want to be aware of it or not, or if you buy into this stuff, it is true. We used to track our periods. Our ancestors used to track our bodies. As women, you put us in a room together for, a month, we'll all sync our periods. Why does this happen? Right? Because we're connected to energy. Now, what's going on with the eclipse and the energy, whether or not you subscribe to this a lot or not, I still want to let you know about it. I tell the women in our Limitless Academy membership, I'm always updating them on energy. Some of them subscribe to this stuff highly, some of them not at all, but they always, without fail, come back to me and they go, oh my God, Melissa, I heard your video and I heard your Voxer message and it's so true. I've been feeling so emotional this week. Or wow, it was really powerful. I've been having these dreams. So a big thing that happens with the eclipse, and the same thing happens when you declare to the universe, to God, to source energy, hey, listen, I am ready to up-level my life. You're going to be shown things that are no longer serving you, and you're also going to get signs pointing you in the right direction. Now, more than ever with the eclipse, you pay attention to signs and synchronicities. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the things that you are noticing around you. Have a journal and write down every idea that you get, because now more than ever, we want to action the ideas that we get. Pay attention to messages that you're receiving intuitively about yourself. Hey, call that person. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. It's all going to make a difference for you. I promise you. Now, with this eclipse, just like when we want to reinvent ourselves, what I want you to know with the eclipse, well, this is not a, let me go here. This eclipse is bringing back the same energy of what happened in 2006. So we are either evolving or we're a revolving door. You're either sitting there year after year going, I'm still trying to lose that weight, or I'm still looking for love, or I'm still, having problems with finance, or I'm still wanting to pursue that dream, right? And that's the revolving door. Your invitation, whether it's reinventing yourself or just at this time and space reality with the eclipse coupled together, it's very potent though to bring them together. If you know that you are meant for more, you're on this channel. You did not just come across this video by chance. I promise you that. I know that for a fact. Okay. This is an impromptu live that I came on for. Okay. You're meant to hear what I'm saying, and I promise you that. Nobody just hands down just randomly finds my channel. We're not I'm not as SEO optimized as I know I could be. But I do know that whoever finds me is divinely guided to me. That I know without fail. And they're usually divinely guided to me because they're awakened to hear the message that I am sending, because it's a message that they need, that they're ready to receive. So remember, with all abundance and expansion, it's about receptivity. So you are here because you're ready to receive this message, which tells me that you know that you're meant for more. You're done playing small. You're ready to have it all. And you're ready to let go of the parts in yourself that are no longer serving you. Welcome to my community. This is what we do here, boo. So I'm so happy to have you. Now, if you do want to take that a step further and you want to actually go through a systematic formula, walk away with a workbook and your own personal literally life book for yourself, I would love for you to attend my workshop on Saturday, September 21st, Identity Shift. I'm going to put the link below. If you want it, say identity, because it's almost full and I want to make sure that I don't miss you. So say identity if that's you. Now getting back to this, what I wanted to tell you that's so important is with the eclipse, with reinvention, you want to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. You want to have a notebook. You want to write down all the ideas. This is also the time for you to say, what was going on for me in 2006? What is going on for me now? Are there any parallels? Are there any themes? Are there any doors that I need to close for things that are no longer serving me? Can I choose differently? What needs to happen here to support me in making a different change for me that's going to help me, elevate me, right? Bring me higher. What is that going to be for me? Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to tell you with this energy is it is emotional. So you're going to have your emotions. Just like when we are stepping into in our steps of reinvention, a lot of this is also about recognizing the difference between emotions. So when we're looking at reinvention and when I'm working with clients on that, I always tell them that when you're reinventing yourself, you can't look to your emotions, because your emotions are going to tether you to who you've been, because they're coded on a cellular level, and they're often spurts of hormonal bursts within the body, but there are also energetic waves that are happening. So what can happen when we reinvent ourselves is we can make these declarations. This is who I am now. I'm going to wake up every morning at 5 a.m. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm now going to save all my money, and I'm going to go to bed at 9 p.m. I'm going to get up at 5. I'm going to do this. I'm just making things up. I'm only going to eat this. And what can happen is all of these emotions can come up, and our emotions go, oh, we're tired. Don't do that now. You don't need to do that. And often when we're shifting our identity and we're reinventing ourselves to align with who we know we want to be in the world and how we know we desire to show up, and we know it because it doesn't feel good when we aren't being that way. We know it when we're watching other people pass us by. We know it when we see other people that have what we want, and we're going, wait a minute, what happened over here? And there's that little tinge of jealousy or that little whatever it is. And I love that because it's just showing you it's something that you desire, and that's a beautiful thing. So when we see that, our emotions can come up. And what I want to make sure that you do is you don't let your emotions guide you. Your emotions are fleeting. Your declarations is what I want you to be disciplined to achieving. What you declare. I'm committed to this. I declare that this is what I want. I'm going to show up each day. It's just like when I'm working with clients to release weight and change and really get a fit identity and show up. I go, there are going to be days where your body's going to go, aren't we sore? We shouldn't work out today. We're too sore. And that's actually, as an ex-fitness competitor and ex-trainer, those are actually the days that you want to show up when your body's really sore. That's when you condition the muscles to really actually get stronger. Those are honestly what we call it in the fitness world. Those are your breakthrough days. And it's just like that in the mindset world. We break through to a higher identity when we show up when we're sore, when we're beaten down, when we don't want to, when everything in us, everything in our mind is going to stop. Just stop. It's just like when you're running and your body goes, I can't do it anymore. And you go, oh no. And your mind overrides the body. That's when you're creating this new version of yourself. That old version, oh, she's going to come back. She's going to come ablazing. She's going to come with all the things. Just sit down. Just watch 30 minutes of TV. Just eat some, grab a snack. We don't need to go to the gym today. We went every day. We don't need to. And that's when I say I want you more tied to your discipline, to your commitment, than to your emotions. So what else? Why does this tie in with the eclipse? Well, the eclipse is a highly emotional time. So I don't want you to judge your emotions. I want you to release your emotions. I want you to allow your emotions. I want you to thank your emotions for showing up, for releasing from your body. Yes, like I had a client today, she sent me a box and she goes, Melissa, I was just crying. I was crying and I was going, good, get out. Cleanse and clear me, let it go. And she's like, it's so freeing. I feel this weight lifted. You know, another client of mine left me a Voxer today because yesterday we went in and we had one of our one-on-one sessions and I brought her back and we identified the actual root of when she decided that she was overweight and that something was wrong with her. And when she splintered off from being the version of herself that fully loved herself. And she goes, I remember I was on the playground and I said to my friend, well, we're the same size. You can just wear something of mine. And her friend goes, oh my God, we're not the same size. You're so much heavier than me. And she goes, it was that moment that I thought, am I fat? And she said, from that point, she's now 51. She has never, ever been able to understand why she hasn't been able to stay on a diet and why she struggles with her weight. And yesterday, we had a breakthrough in a 30-minute session that has forever changed her. And she said, Melissa, she left me a message today. She goes, I literally felt a weight lifted when we did revisioning and reparenting that child together. I work very quickly. I'm very good at what I do. And she literally said she felt an energetic shift in herself. And she goes, I felt like a weight was lifted. I felt like something forever changed in me. I saw my little girl and I saw it play out differently. And I told her, I've got this now and we're taking care of us and it's okay. And we're going to stop struggling with our weight. Like I'm in the driver's seat now. How beautiful is that? In that moment, energetically, she shifted. Remember, everything is energy. Why am I sharing this with you? Because in order for us to reinvent, we have to actually understand what's at the root. This is what I'm doing in our Identity Shift workshop on Saturday. This isn't just enough of surface. We can't just touch the surface of things. I'm so grateful for everyone that's here. I'm so grateful for my coaching community. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. But it's the deep work. And it doesn't mean the deep work as in you need to do like 20 years of therapy. I don't believe in that. The work that I do is psycho coaching, right? It's psycho coaching. That sounds crazy, but it's psychology and coaching, right? It's mixing the two. So and as an intuitive who reads energy, we get to the root. So I do it very quickly. And I'm able to drop my clients in really, really fast to get back to what was the root cause. Drop into your subconscious. What was the exact memory where you splintered off from wholeness, from your truth, from your identity? And she was brought right back there. And she goes, Melissa, I had not thought of that. I had not thought of that memory in a million years. I had not made this connection. And she has done every diet and worked with every coach and all the things. And she was just like, this is what got it. And so I say that to you because I never want you to think that you're struggling with something for no reason. We struggle with things when we have a polarity in our energy. When consciously we're saying, I know I want this, but there's a subconscious contract that was made a long time ago. And when you have these polarities, you won't get what you want. So we have to look at what is the polarity that's actually happening within your body. What's the polarity? What's the belief system? What's going on there? So when we want to reinvent you, when you're going, I want to reinvent myself, I want to actually shift who I've been, I want to actually finally get the body, I want to finally break through that barrier with money, I want to finally break through. We really want to look at, well, what is the polarity? What's happening here? Where there's something that happened where you made a subconscious contract that's now blocking you. And you can do all the manifesting rituals, you do all the mindset work, but it's truly identifying. And what helps you to identify is, first off, you asking yourself what you want, and then really looking at, is there anything that could take me there? And then I take you through a breath work practice where you can drop in. And so I've done it here on this channel before. I will just do a recording where it's just the 5-5-5 breath, because it's really a combination of, it helps you to drop into your subconscious and allow your conscious mind to take a back seat. So I'm also a master hypnotherapist. So when we want to do this, you're very aware of what's going on, but your conscious mind doesn't interfere, so you can get there very quickly. Hence how I was within 2 minutes on with my client yesterday. She's like, I'm on the playground, and we just did the breath 2 rounds. And then she's like, I'm on the playground. This is what happened. So when we're looking at reinvention, I want you to be more tied to the discipline and to the actions. And then the last piece with this is the allowance. And the allowance needs to be coupled with receiving. And what I mean by this, and you might be going, what does this have to do with reinvention? Well, we have to allow for things to be different than the way we've done them. We have to allow ourselves to show up differently and to have that learning curve. We have to allow, right, for the emotions and also for the death of our old self to happen. And trust me, guys, I will tell you, your ego will hold on for dear life to who you've been, because your ego is your mind, and your mind is just an artifact of all the pre-programs, everything that you've taught it. And that is your safety center. Your mind is set up for survival. So it's going to do everything to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Well, when you're reinventing yourself, it means you're always doing things differently. And so you have to get really comfortable with being uncomfortable, and comfortable with going, you know what, instead of driving right today, I'm going to go left. Instead of going to the gym at 7, I'm going to start going at 6, or maybe I'm going to try also going after work and just kind of see if that's different. Instead of, maybe only posting this many times a day, I'm going to post this many. Instead of talking in this way, I'm going to do this. How can I do things differently to elevate? And it doesn't have to be, oh my God, these huge things. But it's just about, in that moment, having a level of awareness and then allowing yourself to choose differently. And then the most potent piece to reinvention is receiving. Because receiving is a level of worthiness. When we know that we're worthy and deserving of gifts, of accolades, of being seen, of asking for our needs to be met, and receiving them without feeling the need to give, right? This is really, really big. So reinvention is, yes, we want to look at what's going on in our physical reality and who we're being and what's energetically not aligned anymore, and getting clean and getting clear. And then we really want to spend the time to identify. And like I shared in our, I know I keep mentioning it, it's just because it's so good, but I personally always love a good workbook where I get guided through what to do. But if you don't make the workshop, then what I would tell you to do is, I created a summer guide. I will link the video here, and I know that might sound strange, but it's an awesome guide That took like a lot of time to put together. It's like a workbook, and it was free that I put on here for you guys. And it takes you through step by step, getting clear on who do I want to be? What do I want to create? What do I want in my life at the end of this 90 days? And you can simply print that out and apply it now, right? So I do want to tell you that. But my identity shift workshop is going to be honestly really, really amazing. I'm taking you through an energy activation. You will walk away with exact clarity, steps. You will know who you are, who you want to be, and what to do to make it happen, and have a 90-day plan to do just that. And we will do an energy activation visualization. Is going to be awesome. So I'm going to put that link below. These are our 6 steps to reinvention, connected in with the eclipse energy. Use this energy. The eclipses, remember, they are portals to quantum leap from where you are to where you want to be. This is a time not for necessarily for manifestation, but a time for clarity, for a time to pay attention to signs, to pay attention to all of the downloads. This is a time to mine your mind, meaning really watch the words that you say, the thoughts that you think, and how you speak, because it's all either working for you or against you. Remember, your word, your spoken word casts spells. I'm not meaning to sound all like crazy, but I mean, when we go back, when we actually look at the biblical and spiritual text for our spoken word, that's what we're doing. That's what it says, you know, and what you say actually creates your reality. So mind your mind, pay attention to the energy, use the eclipse portal to take you to where you want to be. This is not a time for manifestation, but a time for reflection, looking back on 2006 in comparison with today. This is also a time for you to cleanse and clear your space, your energy, your car, wash your sheets, clean out your closet, declutter, give things away. This is also a time for you to really, really get in with shadow work and with those deeper parts of you, to ask, what is it that's really standing in the way? What's showing up for me here? Where do I need to forgive? Where do I need to let go? And this is the time to fully close the energy gaps. Where do you need to forgive? Where do you need to have stronger boundaries? Where do you need to say, I'm sorry? Where do you need to really let people go or invite people in? Where do you need to double down on your own routines, healthy habits, things that you want to do for you? This is a time to get organized. This is a time to clarify and drop into your clarity. And when we're talking about coupling this with reinvention, this is the time for you to go, does my home reflect who I'm being? Does my daily routine, am I operating as a badass boss babe CEO, or am I operating as, you know, this is a side hustle and a hobby? Am I operating as the woman who knows that love is on the way? Or am I operating as I'm single, but I'm just sitting here looking for love? Am I operating as a woman who takes care of herself, but I'm staying up late and sleeping in and not eating right? Am I operating as a woman that has the body? Right? Remember, this is, again, going to be an emotional time. So whether you're reinventing yourself, and we've got the eclipse, both, whatever you're doing, it's a time of letting go of who you've been. So this is really a death and a rebirth, which always comes with a lot of emotion. We don't want to judge our emotions. We want to make our emotions mean anything about us. We want to allow our emotions. We want to let them go, but we also want to ride on our disciplines and let our disciplines be our North Star. All right. So all my love, guys, did you enjoy today's video? I want to know if you made it till the end. Put an angel wing below if you stayed until the end, to let me and others know. And I want to know, what is your biggest takeaway from today's video? What are you excited to let go of with this eclipse, this time of reinvention? And what is that one goal that you want to achieve? I would love to know, and I'd love to support you every step of the way. If you want to join my Identity Shift workshop happening on September 21st, I will put the link below. I'd absolutely love to have you and meet you there. All my love, guys, and I will see you in our next video. Mwah.